Hey there, Studio K and K-Town leaders. I hope you're having a great week. I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. I just want to let you know how important you are to me and also to the kids and the parents at NLC Kids. What you do really, truly matters. You are the consistent voice and influence in these children's lives, and that is a huge, huge deal. I'm just so grateful that you chose kids ministry as your way of serving God and being the hands and feet of Jesus. I'm looking forward to a really great weekend. We have some awesome things going on. We have child dedication happening Sunday morning, and we also have a real big class of kids ministry, new serve team members going through orientation, which I'm super excited about. We had 12 people sign up at the last Discover 2 class that said that they were interested in kids ministry. So I'm going to be orienting some of them this week. I'm really excited about that. Just a heads up for you, I want you all to be prepared to possibly have some people shadowing you over the next few weeks. All of these people that have shown interest in kids ministry, once they go through the orientation class, they'll need to shadow somebody that is seasoned in the Studio K or K-Town classes, and that might be you. So please be ready to receive these new possible serve team members. We've created some documents with job descriptions that I'll give to you before or during the time that you have somebody shadowing you. That way you'll be really clear on what you need to cover with them, and it just maps out what their role will be and really what your role is. That way you have a really great idea of what to go over and what to cover with them during their shadowing experience. Aside from the job description, I want to encourage you to make a connection with these people. We need serve team members, and the best way to get them to stick and to want to serve weekly is for them to make a connection with someone else that has a passion for kids as well, and that's you. So please welcome them, answer any questions that they have, really make them feel part of the team from the very beginning. Invite them to come back the next week, maybe even offer to get their phone number and follow up with them in a few days. That way they leave feeling like they have made a connection with not only some of the children, but also with you. So if you have any questions about that or you need any tips or ideas on how to really make that shadowing experience a success, please let me know, and I will be getting those documents into your hands. So, as far as curriculum goes this week, we're doing Joshua and Caleb and the spies from Numbers 13 through 14. Again, I want to encourage you to read through those stories ahead of time, so you're not just hearing the story told through the video or through the live storytelling, but that you're also familiar with the story right out of Scripture. It just really helps when you're having conversation with the kids that you've already made yourself familiar with that story. In large group, we are going to have a game for the kids where they'll be passing gummy worms from kid to kid with chopsticks. There have been some questions about that. They don't have to use chopsticks like we think of the chopsticks being used in a Chinese or Japanese restaurant. They can use maybe 2 hands to pick up the gummy worms, just however they want to use those chopsticks to pass them. I would recommend picking 3 girls and 3 boys and letting that kind of be the line that they pass them down instead of entire small groups, because I think that could just get a little bit crazy. So maybe just call up 3 girls, 3 boys, let them compete against each other, have the rest of the class cheer them on, just make it a really fun game. So for our small groups in Studio K, we have a contagious courage game where they're going to stand in a circle and squeeze each other's hands. The idea behind that is that the fears spread throughout the Israelites really quickly, and we're going to kind of model that through how the kids are squeezing each other's hands and how quickly they can make it around the circle. So it's just a fun kind of game to apply the message that they've learned. And then we have a memory verse activity, our funnel of questions. Again, just try to really pull out of kids, what are they afraid of? Who do they trust? And who do they turn to when they're afraid? And really point them back towards God during those conversations. Remember, you don't have to stick word for word what's on the lesson. You can come up with your own questions if you'd like, but really just point them back to God no matter what their fears are. In K-Town, there is a paper tiger lesson. It calls for the kids to draw pictures of monsters. I'm going to leave this up to you, but if you feel that the kids in your group maybe shouldn't be drawing pictures of monsters that might scare them, have them draw a picture of something that they might be afraid of that's pretend. The idea is that they're drawing something that is an imaginary fear So anything that's imaginary that they might be afraid of, they can draw. And then again, always be pointing them back to how God will comfort them no matter what through all of these fears that they might have. Again, in K-Town, we have a memory verse activity. We also have the funnel of questions. And there is one other question where they're going to be writing down what the kids are scared of and putting them into a paper bag, and then pulling each other's fears out of that paper bag and acting them out. We would just ask that you read over those fears before you put them into the bag. We want to make sure that what the kids are pulling out is something that we can have them act out and share with the group. So just use your discretion. If it's something that's going to be above the kids' heads or a little too scary or something like that, use your discretion, pull those out, and just put the ones in that the kids could share with one another. And then again, if there's something that we need to address that might be a little bit too scary or something, we can do that on the side, but we just want to keep it, lighthearted and fun for the kids. So, and age appropriate, of course. If you have any questions, please reach out to your coaches, or you can always reach out to me. Thank you again for everything that you do. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you soon.